your company this Wednesday night. You come on a very good night tonight. The one, the only man, loved by all, is going to join us behind the bar tonight. Max Gawn, everybody. Drip tray and all going to be part of it, so there's a lot to look forward to.
You're a drip tray maxi.
Yeah, I am, but I wouldn't lead the show with it.
It's nice to see you.
Always good to see you, Andrew.
And it's very nice to see Michael, who's back.
Oh,
Michael, everybody.
Well, that's warm. That makes me feel special.
Great.
What did I miss while I was gone?
I can tell you.
Go on.
Richmond have won 2 in a row.
I'm not falling for that. They'd actually be telling me Carlton won. No, come on, seriously, what happened?
No,
they did.
Carlton did win.
Oh, there you go.
Nice,
Well,
of course.
They beat
there it
Max's
is.
thing. But, mate, where were you? Seriously?
I was in Japan.
Right.
Doing what?
None of your business. Well, I was doing the sumo tryouts.
How'd you go?
I believe I'll be taken very early in the draft. So it was a good win for everyone.
Well done. Well done.
Japan seems a good choice, because when I think of you, I think of green tea and sushi.
Yeah.
That's my nickname over there. Sushi.
Your return to the business end of the season, of course. It's all hotting up, of course. And,
It is indeed, and the Suns, I've come back to the news that the Suns are under the pump in a big way. They're recovering from a 61-point thrashing. And their coach described it in these terms.
Every good side I've been a part of gets a kick in the nuts at some stage. Today was our kick in the nuts.
As they're kicking the nuts.
That doesn't bode well for their father-son program. You get a kick in the nuts every week during drip tray. So
All right.
Dimmer took it very seriously. In fact, he took it for a recovery session on Sunday just to prove his point. And
Yeah, poor old Jed Walter.
At least the wheel wasn't attached to a car. That's
Can
can I have that?
No.
Oh, that's right. What about that? It's such a multi, isn't it? It feels like the multi's in the first segment.
Been a lot of news this week, of course, and tomorrow night is going to mark a really special one for Sam Docherty and the Carlton Football Club and the whole Docherty family, of course. A man who's been a remarkable footballer and a remarkable human being. He's going to put on the jumper for the last time tomorrow night. We know the battles he's been through. It's been a hell of a journey for Sam to get to where he's got, and this will be his swan song. His 184th game tomorrow night will be his last one.
A wonderful servant for Carlton. And by the way, I get the feeling that Sam can't get out of there quick enough.
Oh.
As everyone knows, last game this week. I'm pretty excited and pumped to be finishing up, if I'm honest.
Well, that's... What?
This is a bloke who's recovered from 3 ACLs, 2 rounds of cancer, and it's Carlton Football Club that finally made him wave the white flag. He's got stage 4 Carlton. What it is.
Well, that's...
Well done. You've done it hard. You've done it tough. Well done.
No. Big week up north as well, and down south, if you like. The Brisbane Lions Fairworld, one of the most popular CEOs in the history of the game. He's done his time at a few clubs, Greg Swan, and been highly regarded, highly respected, much loved by everybody in footy. You don't see CEOs farewelled by footy clubs like that, and of course that was on the weekend. On Monday, he started.
He got a Gatorade shower.
He did. You never see that for CEOs.
You know how old he is? He asked for a Gatorade shower seat. Because he just went, oh, mate, I can't do this standing up.
Hold on to some rails.
No, he's got a lot. He's got 67.
Well, I'm glad the AFL's bringing in some fresh young talent. He's got a bit.
He's got a lot of footy left in him.
What will be his agenda? What do you think his first thing will be to do?
Well, I hope he gets rid of the bounce, and I hope he gets rid of the sub.
If he gets Essendon out of prime time, he's worth every cent. That's all I'm saying. It's a big question. It's a big role. He's got lots to tackle, and it's the biggest story of the week. We don't let the big ones slip through the cracks. We've sent the front bar journo down to AFL House to get to the bottom of what it is. Well, there he is. He's on the ball, this bloke. Front bar journo, what is top of the agenda for Greg Swan?
Yeah, thanks, boys. I've just got a few things I think Greg Swan needs to prioritise in his new job. The Tassie Stadium, that's foremost. The uneven fixture, tribunal inconsistencies, priority picks, concussion protocols, the centre bounce, umpire dissent, hands in the back rule, the 666 rule, the father-son rule, the stand rule, the sub rule, the blood rule, the rules committee, changing the rules, by kitchen rules.
All right, calm down. We're going to have to stop him there.
Rules.
It feels like he's going to go on for some time.
He's got a few. He's got a long
we might
list
cross back to him later.
no doubt.
To see where it all ends for Greg Swan.
We mentioned the race for the finals is heating up. There's 9 legitimate. Sydney, if you still give them a chance, of course. One side last weekend took a major step towards securing their spot in the finals, and that was Fremantle. Came to Melbourne against Collingwood, and they held on, played some outstanding good footy to secure the 4 points. You can see what it meant to them on the ladder. That just gives them a little foothold in the 8. It was a fantastic performance.
It says more about Collingwood to me, and if you thought that was a tough test this week, the toughest assignment in football are rampaging Tigers looking for a three-peat. One team's like this, the other team's going down. It's the 1980 grand final replay. It's a grudge match. It needs to be decided. Nothing left in the locker room. This is a crunch game for the Pies.
Why are you sniggering over there?
The idea that he reckons they're informed. They've beaten West Coast and Essendon's VFL team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, what a clash.
No, they're heading in the right direction. No, they are. They are. I hate to admit it.
What was that?
We are...
The opposite is that your career.
There was some moments there was a moment we'll never forget in that game. It was, in fact, in the world of sport right around the globe last week, this is probably the greatest thing that any sports person on planet Earth did. Maurice Rioli's chase down at Brady
Unbelievable.
was unbelievable. It really was.
That's a trip.
It's not a trip.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to be devil's
Have a look
advocate.
at the dive in the end. Bang! Yeah, that is so good.
That's
Took
the
out his
best
legs.
chase run-down tackle you'll ever see. Am I right?
Mickey, I reckon it may be the best we've ever seen.
Well, hard to prove. How would you know?
Well, that's a good point.
What is wrong with you?
No, I'm just... I've had enough. You say these silly things that no one can prove. You go, who knows? It's probably the greatest chase ever. And you go, well, how would you know? Name another one.
Well, yeah.
I've had it. That's it. You're done.
No, good point.
No, I did.
No, what about Lewis Cheddars of Cyril Rioli?
All right, let it go. Maurice Rioli is one of the greatest tacklers. You know what I love?
Oh, so you've changed your tune now.
Yeah, you have used your come around.
You've changed your tune to throw to the next clip. You realised you've backed yourself into a corner.
Yeah, I'm going to start coming around.
So is it a good chase down or is it not a good chase down?
I reckon it's probably the greatest ever.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome aboard.
You know why it was so good?
Why?
Because he never gave up and he didn't need his teammates. He just did it on his own. Yeah. As opposed to Brad Ebert in 2018, who is on his chase here, absolutely does the opposite. He gives up and then asks for help. Yeah, help. So that's the opposite. You know what?
Go on.
That could be the worst chase in the history of the game.
He never stopped.
His teammates would have helped him out, but they were too busy laughing.
He was playing for Port Adelaide there, of course. The other mob in that neck of the woods, they are airborne, the Adelaide Crows. They are flying.
Yeah.
They are airborne, the Adelaide Crows.
They're the informed team, but, we all know the complacency can set in.
Can it?
Can.
Absolutely. Just be careful. And I don't want to name names, but the team masseuse, I'm not sure, is going at 100%, judging by this. Like, have a look at that.
Wow.
Mate, it's just actually just from me going, there. It's not a massage.
That's what you call a mediocre ending, I think, is the... I just can't say for sure.
It's a very good point. That's probably the worst massage in the history of football.
He rolled him over and gave him a tummy rub.
That's what he does.
Some talc on his bot.
Anyway, they've got form.
Talcum powder on the bot.
We do it before every show, backstage. They've got form in this department. This is not the first time they've got it wrong in the masseur lane. Have a look at this from earlier. Where's this? 2018. And have a look at that.
What's he doing?
That guy doesn't even work there. I think that's what you call foreplay. I've got twin boys, and that's how it started. So you want to stamp that out.
Just reminds me of when I was in the Scouts.
Of course, you're only joking. It's a wonderful organisation, the Scout movement, and of course, you're only joking.
And has different experience.
I don't think we want to
Dim Dob.
How good. Don't go anywhere, Max Gordon, not too far away. pubs in that neck of the woods. The local down in
Sure
Port
is.
Melbourne, of course, where the Hahn is crisp and fresh, and it's a joy to have them on our program, of course, as it is to give you access to our social media platforms. They are many and varied.
Got some text message from Mark Latham that we can't read out. Anyway.
Yeah.
Big fan of the
good
show.
stuff. He's a big fan of the show. Hey, when we left, I think we cut off the front bar journo who was
on a roll.
down there at AFL House banging on about you're still going about Swanee's agenda. Let's go back down, check in.
Geelong at GMHBA. There's TDK, LDU, the NGA, HIA, BOG, the MRP, the MRO, DFO, UFOs, UDLs, STIs, FBI, BT, JB, KB, JFK, MDMA.
All right. Might be a medical intervention shortly.
Hey, news
For
a
the
bit,
front bar journo. He's overworked.
He is overworked, as many other journos will be. News in a little bit earlier, of course, the big tribunal here in United Stephen May. 3 weeks is what he received for this incident with Frankie Evans from
Play
Carlton.
on.
Well, he made a mess of the bloke. So whenever we see a guy get hit in the head like that, it's always going to raise the attention of the MRO or the tribunal. There goes the tooth. The tooth went flying, of course. That was part of the collateral damage, of course.
What should he have done?
Well, the AFL said that they wanted him to slow down and change direction. His defence was suggesting that it was a completely reasonable football act. So the tribunal deliberated for over an hour and a half.
What should
Good news for Francis Evans, though. He doesn't have to play for Carlton this week.
He targeted that shoulder.
No,
He
so
ran at it.
3 weeks for Stephen May. So,
Anyway, by the way, still not the most vicious bump that we saw on the weekend.
What's it
Absolutely. This little animal there, mate, that is unbelievable.
You got to stamp that out.
Yeah,
You've got to. He's got an ouchie.
Yeah.
He's got 3 weeks for an ouchie.
Mate, the Oz kick is very dangerous, by the way. I was watching it last week. It was like watching Squid Game. Like, it's really... Two Oz kickers tried to sneak guns into the... they've lost their mind.
That kid lost a tooth too, but it was his first tooth, so he got a couple of bucks from the tooth fairy.
Hey, so 3 weeks for Stephen May. Hey, any doubt that...
I said the tooth fairy. He got a couple of...
What'd you get for the tooth fairy when you...
No, just generally a couple of bucks.
Oh, really?
Tooth fairy.
Oh, pardon me, you
Someone's
mentioned.
going all right.
Very generous, of course. You've been busy this weekend, keeping an eye on the commentary, of course.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
one of your pastimes of a
5
weekend.
rounds.
Fascinated by the commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a student of it.
All right.
Okay.
5 rounds to go, and as always, there are going to be some surprise results in the next few weeks.
No doubt.
And I get the feeling watching Fox Footy that Dermot Brereton is really barracking for an upset. He just loves upsets.
Never will there be an upset more upsetting than in the next few weeks. It's like watching the Titanic sink. If somebody drops one that they shouldn't, it'll have huge ramifications.
Look at Dermy, he loves. There's nothing better than being remembered that 1,500 people died on the Titanic, is there? It's what the footy's about.
Game of footy, Titanic.
He was
4 points.
pissing himself during Oppenheimer.
Loved it.
The old Titanic.
Yeah, the old Titanic.
May have claimed another victim here on this table.
Yeah, I'd add another death to that toll.
Hey, any doubt that we needed a roof on the new stadium down in Tasmania? I think it was put to bed on the weekend. Some really inclement weather hit us in Launceston for the Hawthorn-Port Adelaide game. She was pretty bleak, Nicky.
Yeah, I disagree. They don't need a roof. And here, have a look at the guy in the background to underline my point. There he is, bang. You tell me. That's the Premier, by the way. And you tell me who needs... That's what they call the old Tasmanian puffer vest.
Why did he have his... It was 4 degrees with a wind chill of -3. Not only was there in a single...
He had sunscreen on.
He had his sunnies on the top of his car.
Oh, well, it's mate. You're allowed to do whatever you want on your wedding day down there. Just do whatever you want. This is...
By the way, you two are both political hacks. What happened with the
this
election?
was no good.
There was an election on the weekend.
They had a no-confidence vote culminating in an election, and it's hung again, so we've made no progress.
Right.
Even on Monday, they went back to Parliament.
Did they?
I think they're still pretty divided.
Right, yeah.
You have a look. I'm not sure.
Jeez.
I'm not sure, eh?
Gee, Dave O'Byrne's having a go. Jeremy Rockcliffe in the...
I don't think we're any closer, to a consensus.
No, there's some work to be done, Bob.
Bit of work to be done down
What do
there.
you reckon?
It's a very big issue, obviously, the stadium,
Yep.
and there's robust debate going on. Opinions are divided, but if you're thinking about this, there's only one voice that I trust when it comes to this whole issue and who's got the numbers and all that sort of stuff, and that's Richo.
When I was down in Devonport recently at a function, and we did a show of hands, and I reckon 80% of the people in the room wanted the team, wanted the stadium.
Right.
Well, that's official then, isn't it? That's official. Richo did a sporty down there. There was 80% said yes. So, mate, thank you, Anthony Green. Well done, mate.
15 million.
Can I say, better a show of hands than a head count? Being Tasmania, you can.
You're better.
Or do a head count and just halve it.
You're better. No, you're better.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'll prove it to you time and time again.
Hey, school holidays are a joy for all of us, aren't they? With kids, of course, and some disappointing news out of
Terrible
Perth.
story.
Yeah, the kids had a clinic, and unfortunately, there's a bit of a miscommunication with the players, and a couple of the Eagles players failed to front.
Apparently, the players turned up, but the kids moved the clinic without telling them.
The kids have dodged a bullet.
Well, you still love these things as kids. I mean, I grew up in the Hawthorn zone. I remember Leon Rice and Desi Marr turning up to our OLV footy clinic. So great days.
The kids love it, but I'm not sure the players are as enthused about the kids' clinic. Have a look at Jordan De Goey here, calling an Uber. I'm pretty sure he's not doing Wordle.
He's looking for a manager to get him out of doing clinics.
So his heart's not in it, is it?
No, well, it's, sometimes, like you said, Murray, sometimes those clinics, you don't get the biggest names.
No.
But it's always great when they turn up. And these kids in Adelaide, by the way, they couldn't be more happy that the great Tony Modra turned up to their clinic.
Yep.
Conducting sports clinics this week, Modra is king of the kids. He's simply excellent.
That kid probably looks back and laughs if he could remember the incident. A lot of trust issues there now, mate. I mean, he's in therapy.
No doubt about it. We're here for Heart and How Good. It is the front bar. Don't go anywhere. One of the great men of the AFL to join us next. That's his name. Max Gawn behind the bar on the other side.
From Premiership Captain to CEO, the remarkable rise of Tom Harley. Unfiltered, tonight on 7 and 7+.
Welcome back to the show. It is the front bar for Heart and How Good. Tonight's guest is heart and soul. He's a leader of men. He's a standard bearer. He's a master of his craft. He's one of the best blokes in the Australian Football League, and it's a joy to have him on the program. Please make him welcome Max Gawn, everybody. Thanks, boys. Coming on, Max.
Oh, look at him.
Look at you.
Magnificent.
Just a fashion plate.
You look good.
You're a big hillbilly. How did you end up at the Melbourne Football Club?
Yeah, it's
big rustic bloke like you doesn't fit.
It doesn't. And I walked in that person. I walked in a bit rough around the edges and a public school boy, and now I've walked out. Well, I'm not out yet, but I will be soon. And I'm an MCC member. I'm a Kooyong member. I'm a Portsea member. I've got a house down the coast.
Perfect.
I've turned into a genuine flog. Yeah.
When you said you're out soon, word is that you're off to Tasmania.
I think I'm a bit too old. I think I'm a little bit too old.
That's not what you said to me privately.
I'm 34 this year.
Are you really?
Yeah, and Tassie's 3 years.
Yeah, that is too old.
Yeah, it's a little bit too old.
But
Goldie's still going. He's 37.
Is he?
Yeah.
You're still going well.
Still going well now.
Yeah, no, you are.
Another
Yeah.
3 years.
Going well, that club would be nothing without you. In tough times with good players
100%.
all over the shop,
No doubt about
you have performed on and off the field. They would be a rudderless ship if not for the work of Maxwell Gawn.
No doubt about that. No, I mean, it was disappointing on the weekend, of course, for Max and Melbourne, of course, because Carlton got hold of him and knocked him over. But
tough day for you.
It was a tough day. Yes.
Tough day for you. Wasn't for one of your sons, George. Who seemed to be quite happy about the result.
We are the team is
on the way to the orphanage to drop him off. That's bad parenting. How'd you allow that to happen?
Well, he likes to sing, and unfortunately hasn't been able to sing ours too often. So he knows all 18. He's got his favourites. They're usually the ones that are winning, so Carlton was his favourite on the weekend.
Good man, George. We're happy to have him on board. 3 weeks, Stephen May, the news that broke a little while ago. Thoughts?
Yeah, footy's just incredibly hard to adjudicate. Like, it's a really tough game, and you see the press around the umpires non-stop. Tribunal's just the same as well. Like, that's a hard call both ways.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm biased, and I think that Steve was just going for the ball, and I played a lot of footy with Steve. But I understand where the shoe on the other foot as well, and it's just a really tough game to go, and we've caught the raw end of the deal there, and we're 3 weeks.
So well done, you said nothing then.
That's the issue with current players. You bring current players on, I can't say anything.
What's the fine?
No one's been fined for a long time.
Oh, well, then it's working.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. That was a shocking call by the tribunal. There you go.
That's what you're doing.
You can talk me into that really easily.
There's a fine right there.
Let's have a look at the highlights. We love going through the body of work put together by our guests, and you become not only one of the great ruckmen of the generation, but one of the great ruckmen full stop. It wasn't easy early. The first couple of years were pretty tough. What did you have to learn about this game to become the player that you've become?
I was really rough when I first rocked up to the club. Numerous mistakes. Rocked up late a lot of times. Obviously wasn't that professional, and just had to learn how to be a footballer. Really, had to learn how to be a full-time athlete. I was behind Mark Jamar at the time. He was an All-Australian ruck in 2010, so I had to wait my time. Like, I felt like I was ready to go maybe a couple of years before I actually got my chance. And then once I got my chance, I just was never going to look back. I made sure that I never gave it up.
Well, you didn't burst out of the blocks, did you? You were dropped 14 times. Is that by your team? Because we all remember these pictures. We remember you as a champion, but it wasn't like that to begin with.
No, and I was the second ruck in and around that sub rule when it first came, and I saw the red vest a bit as well. It was a tough caper being second ruck, because in a side like Melbourne, I was the first person gone after a loss when we lose by 80 points. Go through the stat sheet, gone. 3 handballs, a couple of hit-outs where he's gone to 2. So it was a pretty easy decision. And to be fair, it's I wouldn't change it. Like, a lot of people my age, my draft, are well and truly 300 games, and I'm still in around 240, which is a great effort. But I love the fact that I've played 50 VFL games, and I really learnt to be the person I am today.
Well, it's been a long journey, and I want to ask a question. What happened to this little kid? Just starting out on this big adventure.
See why I grow a beard.
You look like you look like you should be in Bridgerton or something like that. You look like a well-to-do,
Isn't that a glow up? Now look at me. That's a genuine glow up. I didn't have a chin, did I? So I had to do something.
So your mum and dad were both.
I've got too many chins. That's why. that's why I've got one.
Your mum and dad are both New Zealanders.
Yes, both Kiwis.
Was footy part of the house growing up? I mean,
Look at this picture. Never seen a TV before. What's happening here?
Where's that, Max?
That's my house. We had to watch the draft on the TV, and the top 20 get named out, and I was picked 34, so we had to wait for just your name to rock up on the screen there.
Yep.
That's the obligation photo when you're tall. Get in the door frame and show how tall you are.
Sam's very impressed with the security door set up at the place, ornate and strong. You're a real fan of that, aren't you?
I think it's a beautiful flyway. I just wanted to acknowledge that. Is that from the family home?
That is the family home, yes.
It's in Frankston, though, wasn't it?
I grew up in Frankston, yeah. My parents.
So it's a security door.
My parents moved over from New Zealand to Frankston, out of all places. So I'm born at Frankston Hospital. Moved to inner city a little bit later, and my parents are Kiwi born. They knew nothing about footy, like generally nothing about footy. And then obviously at 17, the recruiters start coming over to their house and start asking questions, and I'm fascinated. I'm like, what are the facilities like at Melbourne? What's some of the other players that I might meet? And my parents are... So when the ball goes through for a behind, does it go back to the centre bounce, or what happens there? So my parents were genuinely embarrassing me every time a recruiter would come across.
Did you almost get anyone else interested? Did you almost go somewhere else?
There was a few people. I was in the 30s, so there was...
could have gone anywhere.
Could have gone to any club.
Yep.
I remember Fremantle actually called me up before the draft and said, we're going to take you a pick 18. And then pick 18 comes, and that's famously been Nat Fyfe.
Right.
And I slid all the way to 34. And he called me after and said, we had Nat Fyfe at 1. Jury's out who won that one. Two Brownlows.
I think they'll agree they pulled the wrong rein.
No, the gap's closing, Max. The gap is closing. There's no question about that. He's a big man, Sam. He's
absolutely. How tall are you?
208.
208. And look, it's an impressive height. It's hard not to focus on it. And I go back to your debut. And commentator Dennis Comeedy, the great Dennis Comeedy.
Master.
I reckon he focused on it a little bit too much.
On debut, Max Gawn. They say 208 centimetres. It doesn't look like 208, I've got to say, but even so, he's a tall man. There's our man up front. That's not 6'10" or 208 centimetres, I don't think. Gawn, he's not 6'10". He's not 208 centimetres. Said to be 210 centimetres, runs around and he misses to the near side.
Mate, he wouldn't let it go.
No, he wouldn't let it go.
Refusing to believe that Max was his height that it was.
Conspiracy theory.
Anyway, you get through to the end of the game, and eventually, by the way, you took a big grab, and Dennis, you know, man that he is, he finally let it go.
Melbourne in best possession of the big guy. It's good puck. He might be 208 centimetres.
I had to prove it.
Had to prove yourself.
He made me work hard for my height.
He did.
Well, I'll tell you what, your height's been a factor in some of the greatest marks ever taken in the history of the AFL. And you've been involved in some of them. There you are, providing the step ladder once again. Whoa! Which is your favourite mark that someone's taken over?
My favourite is the Liam Ryan one because actually,
look, you're not 208 there, are you?
the Liam Ryan one I actually think is right up there as one of the marks of the century, and I was involved in it. Like, I'm pretty happy with that.
There's some nice marks. The Cody Waitman mark taken over the top.
Nice. The Cody Waitman one I didn't like as much because I felt like I had a good play at the ball on that one, and then Cody Waitman's all of a sudden on my shoulders.
Yes.
The Georgiades one, I actually sprayed Jake Lever in that one, so I wasn't happy about
What should he have done?
Well, looking back on the vision, not much.
Right.
But someone was going to cop it. Someone was going to cop it.
Of course. Tell us about the early days as a team. It took 8 years, I think it was, to play finals for you, and you'd gone through a few coaches, so there was a transition there. Do you remember when it started to turn around for the footy team?
Yeah, it was tough, and I knew no better. Like, I came into the club in 2010. We're actually a good side in 2010. We just missed out on finals. And then, unfortunately, we lost the game by 186 down in Geelong, and Dean Bailey was removed as coach. And we sort of went through a bit of a patch there for 2012, 2013, 2014, where we weren't winning many games. And we didn't get the wooden spoon simply because Giants and Gold Coast were in the comp, and they weren't winning games at all. But we were winning 1 or 2 games and not doing too well. And the draft was compromised then, so we were struggling to get better. And then Roosie came and Peter Jackson came. And when you get those names, you become slightly a destination club. People want to go play under Paul Roos, and people want to be at places where Peter Jackson is operating. And all of a sudden, Bernie Vince comes, and Chris Dawes comes, and Haridi Lumumba comes, and people start coming to our club, which had never happened. And then Roosie made it a nice family club, which is from where we were like not a family club. And then all of a sudden, Roosie liked having his family around, so then we had his family around. Roosie hated working weekends, so then we got weekends off. Roosie loved to be gone by midday, so we got the afternoons off.
Getting set up.
Yeah, he was very good, but he created a nicer place and a better place to be, and then you see it slowly fed into success.
Hey, good to see you guys are back to taking weekends off.
Sounds like a good coach when he was there. That's great.
Yeah.
Hey, so tough times early, by the way. Not a lot of success.
Yep.
But we saw this, and that didn't stop you celebrating, the little wins when they were there.
At the moment, it's going well. I trained on Saturday with the boys and was best on, so if I keep that form going, I should be all right.
So you were best on at training.
Yeah. That was big news. when you're struggling to get a win, if you're best on a training, you almost won the best and fairest.
Well, mate, you were named in the Circle Work Team of the Century too, so that's all gone well.
Who did win the training, Brown, like that?
When there was no opposition, mate, that's when you really shone.
We were real good then.
Your ruck work has evolved into a thing of beauty. It really has, and it takes the old timers like me back to the glory days of the craft. Did you have a mentor, somebody who really helped you with the finer points of the art?
Yeah, I sort of, when I first got in, obviously 208 centimetres, everyone's like, this guy's going to dominate the ruck. He's Aaron Sandilands. He's the height of Sandilands. But I struggled to use my height and really struggled with the craft. And then we got a ruck coach, Greg Stafford, in, former Richmond man, and he just completely nailed his education to me to be able to get me as tall as possible. He worked out my craft, and since then I've developed into the person I am. He came in 2014, which I think was my last year of VFL. So it's literally since then I've gone on to be the player I am. But yeah, I walked in 208 centimetres, slumped shoulders, running around, like didn't really want to ruck, wanted to be like, my friends were Tom Scully and Jack Trengrove, so I wanted to play on the wing with them. Like I didn't want to ruck until Staff said, you got to start working out how to play ruck and loving ruck, and then all of a sudden it sort of blossomed.
Were you still on the fags at this stage?
Not then. I quit in 2011, which is funny enough if you do the maths, so it's 2 years of my career when I was still on the fag. I mean, the dart story is a great
You
story.
having one in your first footy card.
Are we telling the dart story?
Well, just explain to everyone who may not have heard what happened.
Well, it's
you
a
got
great
busted.
story.
Not everyone has heard it.
You haven't heard it?
I don't know what it. No.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was pretty rough beginnings, and I drove my mates out the night before a training session. We were at Casey at 7 a.m. So I said I can't go out. I'm being responsible. So I drove them out.
Well done.
And then I got to bed early, and then I wake up the next day driving down the Monash Freeway on a 30-degree day, and there's a deck of darts left in the back seat of my car. And I just said, why not? So I lit up a PJ Gold. And the best thing is it was 30 degrees, so I had all 4 windows down, and I was on the Monash Freeway, and I was topless. So I was topless with a dart, all 4 windows down, and a teammate passes me, and I did not see the teammate. So he's seen me at my best, sitting back just like this. Where ideally I would have tried to hide it if I saw the teammate, but I didn't see the teammate. And then that slowly filtered around the football club. The next week I've got a leadership group semicircle of 9 players around me, and they set me up a beauty. They go, our motto was whatever it takes. And Brett Maloney, hard to my left, goes, you're doing whatever it takes to be the best footballer you can be. And I don't know they know. So I'm going, yeah, I'm trying my best. I know I'm injured at the moment, but I'm trying my best to get out there. And then Brad Miller, who was on my hard right, goes, do you smoke? I go, nah, don't smoke, mate. Like my family do, but which they don't, but I threw them under the bus. My family do, so, and then they, again, back to my hard left, and Brett Maloney goes, so you weren't having a cigarette on the way to training? Because one of the teammates saw you, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm in trouble here. So I said, yeah, but my brother smokes, my mate, like, it's tough to give it up, and I threw everything at them, and then I finally owned up and said, yes, I did, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
I can't believe they didn't make you captain sooner. Mate, you were talking about how great a master of the art of ruck work he has become. And I love about you, Maxie. You weren't above educating the umpires on the art of the ruck work.
That's a block. Western Bulldogs. Straight on block, Max. I got the ball. Thank you. Ruckcraft. Time back on. That's Ruckcraft, big boy.
Ruckcraft, big boy.
That's descent now, isn't it?
That's quite
That is
close.
descent.
You're quality descent, though. That's
2.5.
good quality descent.
I still can't. Like, I've rucked against Josh Dunkley there, and no offence to Josh Dunkley. He's done a few ruck contests against me, but there's no way I could give a free kick away there.
No.
You're a fan favourite, we know that, but you're not a fan. I don't think the umpires are necessarily a fan of you. Let's have a look at umpire Matt Nichols and have a look at this interaction.
What do you have to do that for?
Now, that's what I call the stink eye. You've just been given the stink eye from an umpire.
I won the trophy that day as well, so I was on fire. And the umpires don't vote for that one, so I was lucky.
Did you get votes in the Brownlow?
Probably not. No,
Probably not.
And that's another case of scrap the bounce, isn't it? Let's
Get
just
rid of
roll
it. No, we've got to get rid of it. That'll be one of the
discuss it
very
during
high
the
on
break.
Swanee's agenda, I think. Don't get on here. Big Max Gawn is going to stick around. We're here for Hard and How Good. Plenty more to come on the other side of this on the front page. 2021, of course, magnificent time to be a Melbourne footballer. The prelim, Max Gawn played one of the great games ever seen by a ruckman. Leads into the grand final, of course. How much fun was footy for you on this night, Max?
Yeah, it was good. We'll go for all 5 goals. The first one's a ruckman. This one's a 60-metre bomb from a ruckman. And look how far it goes past the post as well.
True.
It's an extra 10 metres.
And thanks for bringing it in.
And then a week later you do this. I mean, you're just rolling at this stage. I mean, the scores you're putting on the board and the freedom with which the group was playing as footy. What was it that saw you guys click the way you did in that finals campaign?
Well, the way we sort of, like in 2020, there was obviously the big Queensland hub where all the boys were in. And we had so many learnings from that about what we did well and what we did bad. And then all of a sudden, 2021 final series come around and there's an emergency hub in Perth.
Yep.
And we just sort of nailed some of the learnings from there, and it was give players space. And just because you're near each other doesn't mean you have to train all the time. You can still relax. And we were able to do that. And some people were in some pretty crucial parts of their life. Like Jake Lever had a 3-week-old kid that he had to leave, and that's a pretty crucial part to be at home. And we just were able to nail everyone to be their best self. And I think premiership teams in particular, you've got to try and get at least 15 to 18 players in the form of their career. And in that time, we had definitely 15 to 18 players all playing their best football that they have played.
You were pandemic specialists.
Well, we weren't great in 2020, but 21, yes.
You were COVID bullies.
COVID bullies.
It was a great win, and your supporters enjoyed it immensely. You've done it pretty much all in the game, haven't you? Even off the field, as a spy looking at opposition training. See if you can pick Max out here. Now, when you're 6'10", it's hard to sneak up on the opposition training. Can you see Max? Have you picked him out yet? There he is.
What are you doing? You are wearing a cap, so you could be anyone.
I think I'm in disguise there behind the black fence, but I've been caught. That's one of the novelties of Collingwood, Melbourne, Richmond. We all train in the same precinct.
What were you trying to learn there?
Well, judging by that era, that looks about 2016, so I'm learning how to win, I dare say. Although Collingwood weren't any good then either. But no, look, I think it's always good. I watch a lot of footy. Sometimes it can be a bit boring watching footy all the time, especially when you're involved in your Monday to Friday. You're watching a lot of education around footy. Well, I love watching footy, and you can pick up so many things from watching Friday night and Saturday night football, but then also watching a training. You can pick up multiple things as well.
There you go. There's a lesson for the kids at home.
Yes.
Hey, Max, we love stats. I know whether you're a big fan of or general regular watcher of the front bar, but we love our stats. We love the analysis of the game. We're really into that sort of stuff.
We like to crunch the data.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
Who needs AI?
We've got BWS, of course, are one of our great sponsors, and they give us stats that we sit here and
this will blow your mind. This will blow your mind, this stat.
If we ever get to it.
It's just called building it up, Sam. There's 305 players, thanks to BWS, who have played more than 200 VFL AFL games this century. Think about that.
That's
305 players who have played more than 200 games this season.
I'll take it from here.
Thank you.
I'll take it from here. Yep. Prepare to get your mind blown.
Oh, there want to be more.
Of 305 players, only one of them has never taken a bounce in a game, and it's Max Gawn, who has never taken a bounce in a game. One of 305 players who played over 200 games to do it. Why not?
Hear me out. I've got a theory.
Okay.
I feel like we're in the infancy of AFL. What are we, 150 years?
Yep.
Football's going to go for thousands of years, we hope. Like, it's going to keep going. And
feels
every
like the story's going to go for 1,000 years.
Oh, you got me. I'm right in the pub.
Yeah, so Pendle's game record is going to get taken. Disposal record. Brent Harvey's not going to be the leading games.
You're dropping some bombs here.
They're going to get taken over in 1,000 years. If I hold on to maybe 290 games without taking a bounce, that's got a chance of holding up for a turn.
Have you ever been in a position where you've thought about it? You're going, I could take a bounce here.
A couple of weeks ago, it popped up. I took a mark on the boundary line against Port Adelaide, and my man overcommitted, so I played on, and I got lost. I didn't know what to do.
So you should have taken it, but you were quite aware of it?
I knew I'd ran about 10 metres, and then I just decided to torp it. Weird things, if a ruckman starts running 10 metres, weird things happen, and I decided to torp them.
It's starting to all come together as to why your team's only won 6 games this year.
Pristine conditions this week against, no knock on St Kilda, but would you do one for us? Could you?
I'm not against it, but I've played 240 games, 50 in the VFL, and I've never taken a bounce. But I don't go into games going, I'm not going to take a bounce.
Is it because you're too tall? You
I've
just
never
don't
been in
trust
that situation.
You don't trust that the ball's going to come back.
It's given me a leg up at training. Mark Williams likes to do like kicking drills where he puts you under pressure. So he's like, take 4 bounces really quickly and then try and hit a target. And I'm like, I don't have to take a bounce because I never will in a game.
Justin Madden did it. And look how famous he is for that running goal at Waverley that afternoon. I mean, imagine what you could do.
Mate, Brodie Grundy took 4 on the wing at Adelaide Oval and kicked one of the belters.
Yeah.
Take a bounce,
It's
you
just
bum.
not me. It's just not me.
Stop being
If I do take one, which may happen in let's say my last game. I'll touch it on the ground. I won't bounce.
No, don't bounce.
Well, listen,
I won't be bouncing.
You may not,
All right, I look forward to that.
You may not be willing to take a bounce, but I tell you what you are more than happy to do.
What's that?
And that's kick across goal in the final moments of a game. Mate, you're absolutely...
This is touchy still.
Why is it touchy? I know that Stephen May got, there seemed to be a lot of, controversy after that. Mate, he was right. That's just terrible.
I lost
what were
the
you
game.
thinking?
I lost the game for us. I decided to kick a torp across goal with 15 seconds to go.
That would have been a good time to take a bounce.
Yeah.
that would have been.
We had a better chance of winning if I bounced. No, that wasn't my best. To be fair, I'd stand by trying to get the ball into the middle. But I'm not your guy. Like, I got to handball that or, just do a little bit.
But someone had to. The time was on the fly.
No,
there was a
You stuck it down his throat. It was a brilliant pass.
If you look where Hoskin Elliott marks at, there's not a Melbourne player inside.
So you're in the media.
You're standing by it.
You're part of the media now. You're going to be on Triple M tomorrow morning with Mickey, of course. And we make a lot out of bits and pieces. And this was a big story, the reaction after the siren between you and Steve.
What's he saying? Is he saying you should have kicked a drop punt?
No, and Steve and I have played a lot of footy together, and this is a very common conversation that we have. And come the Monday, this was nothing. And me and Steve sort of laughed at it and going, you see the blow-up on our conversation.
Do we make too much out of this stuff?
I mean, I shouldn't have pushed him, but...
two blokes who want to win a game of football.
Yeah, 2 blokes who wanted to win a game of football.
Tensions are high.
And to be fair, I've torped the ball across the goal fence. I think that's what gets missed here.
He had grounds.
He had grounds.
We give you permission.
I don't know what Daniel Turner's doing to hugging me. Like, he should be having a go at me.
We give you permission to let it go, Max.
Okay.
All right. Time now for the drip tray.
Straight into it. You know
got one
Tray,
question.
What? You know drip tray,
I've
don't you,
heard
Max?
great things, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's punchy answers, punchy. What is it? Fast questions, punchy answers.
Oh, jeez.
We're on air, mate.
He's allowed to pass.
Yeah, this is live TV.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You can pass if you want. Toughest opponent.
Brodie Grundy.
Okay.
Interesting.
Funny enough, my toughest teammate as well.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's interesting. You're surprised you went with Brodie Grundy when I thought this gentleman would get a mention.
Oh, jeez.
Look at that. Look at that.
The 50-50? I was the second and third man up in that
That was a hit out and an inside 50. That was magnificent. Not your toughest opponent.
Not my toughest, no. But the boundary throwing you a little bit.
I had you. I outmuscled you in the boundary.
All right, got some footy stuff here. You ready? Best you've ever seen?
Let's stick in the ruck theme. Let's go Dean Cox.
Nice.
The best player you've ever seen?
Dean
Cox.
Jim Steins then.
Well, geez, you didn't really stay strong. If I just keep asking,
But
you going to change your answer?
You can't come at me when I say Jim Steins.
No, that's a good point.
No.
Favourite coach?
Goody, but Dean Bailey was pretty good as well.
Okay, we'll just
Sorry,
don't worry
Goody.
about one.
Well, I didn't say Goody. That's a bit awkward, isn't it?
It is your current coach.
Dean Bailey.
If you could change one rule, what would it be?
Just put the whistle away for rucks. We're gonna have a free for all.
Do you miss the old days with Crackers Keenan and all those blokes just getting into
Let's
each
just
other?
have a genuine free for all.
Let's have a genuine free for all.
Pre-match routine.
It's very
cigarette.
There's a lot of autonomy. Nothing is the same.
Okay.
It's very random.
That's a good one.
That's great.
No, all random.
It's all very random, yep.
I like
What were you like as a junior? What position did you play when you're in your junior footy? Did you play
Full back.
full back?
Yeah.
How'd you go with the kick-ins?
Ding wasn't allowed to.
That's the only job you've got as a full back is to kick the ball.
Stand on the mark when the full.
Actually, I got asked to get the ball back for the guy to kick it.
Part-time job growing up.
Dominoes.
Whoa, hang
What
on.
capacity? A driver or a Jamaican? What did you do?
I was underage, so I only drove a couple of times. No, pizza maker.
Pizza maker.
Yes.
Or any tips?
I actually, funny enough, I won a competition when I was a young boy. Second best pizza maker in Victoria.
Well, that's not winning it.
No, yes.
And what cost you points?
We're talking the top of the top. This is all Pizza Havens, Domino's and Pizza Huts in Victoria. So the top of the top, the Rolls Royce.
It's like the Top Gun of pizza. It's the top 1%.
And I put too many pieces of pepperoni on a Supreme.
You can't put too many pieces of pepperoni on a pizza.
No, you've upset him now. Never said any more passion. Who'll be the next captain of Melbourne?
Jake Lever.
Jake Lever.
If I knew who that was.
So
he's a good player. Is that good footy stuff?
That's good footy stuff.
All right, ready? Just to loosen it up a bit now. First car.
Are we going off, aren't we? You got one more question.
Oh, no.
Holden Commodore.
Second car.
Holden Avalanche.
Jeez, you love your Holdens.
Yeah. I eventually change.
What are you driving now?
I'm in a Ford Transit, funny enough. Don't know why that's funny. I don't know why I said that.
Where'd you get the scar on your head? What's happening with it? What's happening
on the weekend. I can answer that.
hang on.
Sorry, is it in the? It's in the drip tray.
Well, no, I don't.
You look like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
You look like a cross between Harry Potter and Hagrid.
Okay, ease up.
Geez, you were happy when you came off the ground too.
Well, no.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought it may have been a free kick. And I said, okay, all right, I'm going to make sure the AFL bench that sits between the two benches knows it was a free kick. And I thought I was staring the emergency umpire, which isn't his fault, but I was staring down the security guard. He came up to me after the game and goes, what's your problem with me?
It's a good drip tray.
It's a good drip tray. It's time to wind it up.
Is it?
Oh, I would have thought so.
Favourite TV show?
I'm watching 2.5 Men at the moment.
Good topical stuff from you. There are other stuff, you know. Favourite movie?
Sorry, I don't really have one.
You knew that question was coming.
21 Jump Street. The Jump Street. It's a bad answer. Well, I can sit here and go Shawshank Redemption, but it's not.
Just be who you are, mate. It's all right.
I'm getting angry. Why am I getting angry?
I don't know why. Drip tray is supposed to be a source of joy.
Sorry.
I don't know what's going on.
Last one, Sam.
4 more. When you were young, did you have a teddy or a fluffy toy?
Yeah, I had a Humphrey Bear.
Oh, Humphrey Bear.
Yeah, a little Humphrey.
Oh, yeah. See that?
Yeah, there you go.
We wouldn't have found that out if you just wrapped me up earlier. Alrighty.
What was the bear's name? What was the bear's name?
Humphrey, funny enough.
You were destined to be a ruckman, weren't you? You really were.
Harder than it looks, isn't it? Hey, what's the most money I could ask you for and you'd lend it to me?
Wouldn't be a splash in the ocean. You can have whatever.
Great.
Oh, that's
good to
very
know.
generous of you.
That's good to know. All right.
I'd give you $50.
Jeez, that came down quickly.
Yeah, I know, real quick.
These
All
are
right.
like the tariff negotiations.
Quick ones to finish. Favourite animal?
Dog.
Well, what type? Now I'm angry. What type of dog?
I've got a Border Collie. He's beautiful.
Nice. That dog would be smarter than you. That is a smart dog.
He is.
Favourite colour?
Well, I haven't answered this since grade 4.
Yeah,
green.
well, welcome back.
Did you hear what he said? See what he said? Did you hear what he said?
What did you say?
Green.
Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say green.
I don't care.
I know, mate. That's right.
I don't care.
All right.
Just one more.
Well, just one more, because
Okay.
favourite animal, favourite colour, favourite vegetable. It's the holy trinity to finish.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So it's like the sofrito of the drip tray. Max Gawn.
Yes.
What's your favourite vegetable?
Roasted cauliflower.
I don't really know. I don't even know how that went, by the way. But anyway,
What's the better answer
was
there?
drip tray.
Hey, Max, just before I let you go, You're a busy man. You're a very busy man.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing away from footy? You've always got a thing or two going on.
He's on Triple M in the morning.
That is
Triple M in
We've
the
said
morning.
that.
Doing
We've said
great
that.
job.
Right in the
How's that
tomorrow
going?
morning.
All right?
It's going well.
Yeah.
We're gelling, are we?
Yeah, couldn't be happier.
Miss the old days?
I started with Sam, actually. No, actually, I started with Mick, funny enough, back with Mick and Ed.
Thank you. Back in the day.
Outside of radio, what are you got? You got a wine bar going?
I got a wine bar in
What's the name of the wine bar?
East End Wine Bar in Camberwell.
Everyone say you watch the front bar and you get your first 5 drinks for free.
No, you're
What is it? Where is it?
Then the next 5 double. East End Wine Bar in Camberwell. Then a restaurant in Hawthorn called Moda.
Right.
I stick to my Melbourne supporter areas, Camberwell and Hawthorn.
Get to those before they close.
Hey, East End's 7 years old. East End's done well.
I'll see you down there.
All right, mate. And any other clothing brand you can,
Are you wearing Lululemon?
I'm head to toe in Lululemon.
I love a bit of
Lululemon's
Lululemon.
good, yes. Lululemon's been...
I'm wearing Lululemon underpants.
The Lululemon underpants are unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Max, you are a wonderful human being. Thanks for coming on the show. Good luck on the weekend. Good luck for the rest of the season. And good luck for the next... What are you, 3 more years to go until we think about...
So we'll see you in Tasmania. You're going to Tassie,
I've got my head on 2, but...
Okay, 2.
Maybe.
Oh, there'll be more than that.
Maybe 3.
There'll be more than that.
See you in Tasmania.
Thanks for coming on. You're a good man. Next door, everybody! Don't go anywhere. The multi up this. How good.
Great stuff.
Amazing scenes this afternoon. Kia, great sponsors of the program, they took over a town in New South Wales today. This is amazing. Tasman Town was constructed for the day. Legends all over the place, those that you've seen on the TV commercials, all in Tasman Town to celebrate the launch of the Kia Tasman in Australia. Just absolutely
one of the great commercials coming down the pike, I would have thought.
No doubt, that's absolutely fantastic stuff. So, great to have Tasman on board, of course.
I think it's appropriate now. I believe he's still down there. Our front bar journo is still at the front of AFL House, still rifling through a log of claims that Greg Swan has to address. I'm a bit nervous to cross back to him, but
he was on fire.
Let's have one last go and see what else Greg Swan needs to do.
The price of blueberries, $9 a punnet. That's highway robbery. Chemist warehouse. Are they a chemist or are they a warehouse? Make up your bloody minds. Swanee's got his work cut out.
He has lost his mind. Go and have a lie down.
He needs a lie down.
Go and have a lie down.
There's some footy that can distract that young man over the weekend. Starts tomorrow night, of course. Sam Docherty's last game. Jacob Wiedering's 200th. Will Day comes back for the Hawks to kick off round 20, and then some fantastic rivalry clashes right through the round, all the way through to St Kilda taking on Max Gawn's mob. And the Tigers, Richmond, Collingwood, don't sleep on the Tigers.
The Tigers are coming.
They are coming, don't worry
coming
about
for
that.
the three-peat.
I'll tell you what is also...
Against Collingwood.
I'll tell you what's also coming.
What?
That's the multi.
Oh, here we go. Get on board. This is going to be an absolute beauty. Make no mistake. I'm very bullish on this multi.
You've been preparing all week.
I have. I have this one locked away days ago. All right, first up. Now, we showed Maurice Riola's incredible diving tackle earlier, but we didn't show you what I think is the photo of the year for photojournalists. Yep. There is that. Look at that.
Fantastic.
I've never seen anything like that. Look at that for commitment. I've never in my life seen anyone commit to something like that.
Mickey, if you'll allow me.
Oh.
What?
I'd like to wager that the last time I saw commitment like that was from this man last Saturday. Have a look at that. That is outstretched. He's given it all.
I've really left nothing in the locker room.
Yeah.
Never get between me and a kebab.
Well, we all know that. Can I?
No, you can't
have it.
No, you can't have it.
Well, I don't
you
want
can't have it. Oh, you
Can
can't
I have
it.
I don't want it anyway.
How about instead?
You're new to this, aren't you?
You take Ed Richards to have 27 or more against the Bombers, and you have 188. What do you reckon?
Right.
You want
Let's
it?
go. I like it. Second leg now, as Patrick Voss kicked his 6th goal against the Pies. You be the judge, but I think BT's commentary didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time.
For goal number 6. Got it! Look at Voss turn to the crowd. Turns to his mates. He's almost barking like a dog.
He's, you know.
Is he?
No. No.
I'm not sure he is. I'd like to wager if you want to see a guy barking like a dog.
I've never seen that.
What? You've never seen this? You want to look in the direction of this bloke.
They came bounding over.
I've never seen that.
How can you have never seen that before?
By the way, if you're ever in a bedroom with that guy, don't agree to do it doggy style.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have it?
Thanks for the tip. Yeah. No, you can't have it, but how about you have Shea Bolton to kick 2 or more against the Eagles, and you have $1.73.
If I am ever in a bedroom with that man, I just wanted to point. Can I point out? Something has gone wrong.
That's a fair
It's
point.
a crazy world we live in. Now, third leg. Billy Brownless, what are you up to? He's been on a break this week, and judging by his Instagram, we've got more insight than we bargained for. There he is, and I want to point out those bubbles are alarming because it's not a spa.
You're not wearing any pants.
He's not wearing any pants, mate. He's in flagrante. Is that a thing?
Nope.
What is that? What does that mean?
I'd like to wager there was even more disturbing vision involving Billy later in the week when he went to an aquarium. That's from his new movie, The Not So Little Mermaid.
That's not right.
He gets harpooned at the end. Can I have it?
No, you can't have it.
Can I have
You
it?
can't have it, but how about you have Tommy Atkins to get 10 or more tackles against North for 170, and he's done that 8 times already this year. He's a tackling machine, that
OK, let's boot this baby home.
Yep.
We've seen a fair few racing styles in the multi over the years, but this is my new favourite, the Peruvian Jockey Classic. Racing.
They just run.
Off they go. It's a sprint. It's going to go down to the wire here. The inside seems to be faster than the outside. Look at their little legs pump. This could go down to a
Inside's
phase.
got it,
Oh, he's got
inside's got it.
He's got it on the inside.
What is that?
It's the Peruvian jockey race.
What?
It's a race that stops a very tiny nation. I'd like to wager that's the first time a jockey has been suspended for overuse of the whip on himself.
No, that's terrible. You can't have it, but how about you have Max Gawn?
We go back to Billy.
How about you get Max Gawn to have 19 or more disposals against the Saints and you have $1.88? What do you reckon?
I should have gone with the... no, don't worry.
Don't worry about that.
Right, yeah, I'll have
Bag it up. Let's have a look. See what it's paying. He's paying $10.39. If you like the look of that, jump onto the feed in the Sportsbet app. Find and follow Mix Multi, and of course, place your bet. The last shout is coming up next.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Join the 7 Horse Racing team every Saturday as we showcase the best racing from around the country.
Recommendation still in front. They're not going to get to him.
And take you closer to the action than ever before. Ride with us on 7 and 7 Plus.
Last shout is to you, Sam Docherty. You have been dealt more throughout your life than most other human beings should be dealt. And for you to have persevered and put together the type of career that you have put together is a credit to yourself. He does it for the last time. We mentioned it a couple of times tomorrow night. And to you, sir, and your beautiful family, we wish you all the very best.
Done, Sam.
And don't forget, Thursday night crowds have been a bit tough throughout the season for obvious reasons, and Carlton are making it a bit easier to get there. There's $15 tickets available if you want to get along, obviously honouring Sam Docherty, the number 15. Go to tickettech.com.au. If you want to get along and be there on the night that he plays his last game, it'd be a wonderful tribute for him, obviously.
Absolutely. And just before we go, Murray, I hope you don't mind, we had a lot of feedback after the multi about mixed, I don't know, a cheap shot you described at Billy Brownless. And, last time he was there, I was seen at an aquarium and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, not the greatest stuff, but anyway. A lot of people were saying interesting that Mick would do that, considering the last time Mick Molloy, was at an aquarium. We'll never forget it. Do you know what I mean? It was like an amazing. You're really up against the glass there, and so
look, you get one chance to go to SeaWorld. I want to make it memorable.
Make it vote,
You really do.
A lifetime ban, haven't you, from SeaWorld?
I have indeed.
Next week, a lot to look forward to. Your old coach, well, one of your old coaches, you bounced around a bit throughout your playing days. Gun for high, but Brian Taylor
will join us. It's going to be a big
BT didn't coach the reserves, by the way.
BT going to join us on the show. That's a lot to look forward to next Wednesday night. Thanks to Max Gawn for being here tonight. It was a joy to have him. Thanks to the studio audience. Thanks to Hart.
Thank you guys.